Hey, have you ever had a mango or never had one because you don't know how to cut it? Well, here's a easy way of how to cut your mango. Depending on what you want, if you want the sweet mango, you want to make sure that it has a little bit of green, has some red, but also has some yellow, and it's soft. That's when it's really ripe and juicy. I like my mango crunchy because I like to eat it with tahini. So I'm going to show you how to cut a mango. One thing about mango is their seeds. The seeds lay flat, and the best way to determine how that seed is, so you can cut parallel to it instead of against it, is how your mango lays. The seed is right in the middle. So what I like to do is I like to peel them first. You can use So now that the mango is fully peeled, again, this is how I peel my mango. As I've mentioned, you lay it down. So you know that the seed is going to go right down the middle. So what I'm going to do is you'll see here, this is where the stem is. I'm going to cut it right above the stem. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut it right down the middle. Just be careful. And you can kind of see where the seed is. Do the same thing to the other side. Again, please be very, very careful. Another way of doing it, if you're not experienced with the knife, is putting it down and identifying where that is right above the stem there, and just cut it through instead of holding it. So now you have two pieces here. What I then like to do is make sure that I get all the good stuff. I'll go ahead and just kind of try to go along where there is the seed. You can see the seed there. I'll cut it on the other side. There you go. And what I like to do is I like to always kind of eat the rest of the mango off the seed. That's perfect. It has a little tartness to it. It's not fully sweet, but it has a hint of sweetness. I'll put that aside for a moment, and we'll finish cutting here. Depending on the size that you want, you can keep them just like this. And then for this, what I like to do is I like to make sure that I cut against the grain. So you have the long piece, and then you have the shorter piece, making sure that you're cutting it down this way. So it's less grainy. And you pretty much just cut it in the size that you desire. So I cut them about to this size here. Perfect for dipping, perfect for just snacking. And again, it's not extra crunchy, but it has a little bit of tartness and a little bit of sweetness. It's like right in between. This is how I like my mangoes. And here's a bite for you. Cheers.
I have another mango for you. This is all green. There's a lot of different types of mangoes. This is all green, but it's softer. So I'm not sure if it's ripe or not, but this is a different type of mango. It's more elongated versus the normal, the regular mangoes that you typically see at the grocery store. So I'm going to cut this the same way. I'm not going to peel it. This is a different way that you cut it on those riper mangoes. So same thing. If you lay it down, you know that the seed is growing that way. So then I'm just going to go find the stem, right above the stem, and I'm going to cut it down. This one is a little riper. Let me show you a trick on how I cut these. My kids love it when I cut them this way because it's handy dandy, right? So it's easy to eat. So what you do with this one is you score it. You score it down further enough, but not all the way through the skin. So what you're wanting to do is scoring it down. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to eat it all anyways. Just making sure that you don't go all the way down. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So I kind of put it down here. Now I'm going to go against it. And so you're kind of creating like a cube. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Depending on the size that you want, you can make it larger or smaller. You know, it's whatever your preference is. You ready for the fun part? So the fun part that my kids absolutely love is you kind of
flip it inside out. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And so then what you do is you just eat individual cubes. You can start from the middle. You can start from the end. It's however you want to start.
This is really good. So that's two ways of cutting your mango.